Good morning students, standard 10. Today we will start with new topic, new chapter, chapter 1, modern history, the Great Uprising of 1857. Great Uprising of 1857. This Great Uprising is also known as Sepoy Mutiny. It is also known as Revolt of 1857 and it is also known as First War of Indian Independence. Okay, so once again I am repeating, the Great Uprising of 1857, also known as Sepoy Mutiny. It is also known as Revolt of 1857. It is also known as First War of Indian Independence. Now, what were the causes which were responsible for the revolt of 1857? Why people started revolting against the British East India Company? I did not use the word British government. It's because the trading group became the government. See, the Europeans came as a trader. Okay, they came to India as a trader. They had no intention of ruling India, but they came as a trader. They started trading with India. So when they have seen that there is a benefit, what they did, they slowly started capturing. So 1757, after the Battle of Plassey, 1757 I used the date. After the Battle of Plassey, we see that East India Company slowly started ruling over India and then captured many places. Okay. Then in 1857 we see that the people means peasants, people means the ruling class, people means the artisans, everyone, every category of the people, they joined the revolt of 1857 or the Great Uprising of 1857, which is also known as First War of Indian Independence. Okay. So today's class will study there were many causes. Okay. There were many political cause, social, economic, religious, military. Okay. So many causes. But today we will be doing political causes of the revolt of 1857. We will be doing political causes of the revolt of 1857. Now the first political cause, see there were so many causes. So we will be going according to your syllabus. So here some causes only is mentioned in your syllabus. We will be going according to your syllabus. So the first political cause was discontentment of the ruling section. Discontentment of the ruling section. Okay. Now here the ruling section. Who was the ruling section here? The British East India Company. They were not happy. What happened? They aimed to assume political power in India. Openly they started interfering in the political and internal matters of India. They openly started interfering. Okay, in a political matter, in a religious matter, in internal matters, social matters of India. Okay, why? Because they wanted to annex more and more territories. They wanted to get more and more territories of India. Okay, so here, Lord Dalhousie, he was the Viceroy, he was the Governor General, you can say. He was the Governor General of British East India Company in India. So here, he introduced a new annexation policy. What is this annexation? Capture more and more territories. Okay. So he introduced a new annexation policy which was known as Doctrine of Lapse. Doctrine of Lapse. Now what is the meaning of this? Who introduced Doctrine of Lapse? Lord Dalhousie. Okay. But what is this Doctrine of Lapse? Here the Indian rulers were not given a right to adopt a son. Number 1. 2. If any Indian ruler, see again I am repeating, any Indian ruler die without a natural born heir, his kingdom was annexed under the British East India Company. मतलब क्या है? If he is dead and he is not having his own son, he was not allowed to adopt any son. Okay, what will happen? His territory will be annexed under the British East India Company. Under which law? This is Doctrine of Lapse. Doctrine of Lapse introduced by Lord Dalhousie. And if any Indian ruler died without natural born heir, this natural born heir means his own son. Okay, his territory will be annexed under the East India Company. At the same time, the Indian rulers were not allowed to adopt the son to continue. Okay. Next cause, disrespect shown to Bahadur Shah II. Now, who was this Bahadur Shah II? He was the Mughal ruler, the last Mughal ruler. Okay. And disrespect was shown to Bahadur Shah II. What was the disrespect? Here, the British East India Company said that after the death of Bahadur Shah II, okay, this is after his death, his successors would have to vacate Red Fort. Means Mughal line, this title will come to an end. उसके बाद कोई मुगल लाइन नहीं, कोई मुगल रूलर नहीं. Okay. So here once again disrespect shown to Bahadur Shah II. Bahadur Shah II, he was the last ruler of Mughal Empire, and here the British government, the British East India Company said that after the death of Bahadur Shah, the Mughal line will come to an end. Means his successors would have to vacate the Red Fort, which hurt the sentiment of the Muslims, Indian Muslims. Indian Muslims did not like. This hurt the sentiment of the Indian Muslims. Next, the third cause, political cause, ill treatment shown to Nana Sahib and Rani of Jhansi. Nana Sahib. Who was Nana Sahib? Okay, Baji Rao too. He was the Peshwa. Now the Marathas, the great Marathas, they assumed the title Peshwas. They were called Peshwas. So, Baji Rao too was the last Peshwa. Baji Rao too adopted son Nana Sahib. Nana Sahib was the adopted son of Baji Rao too. Adopted son. Remember Doctrine of Lapse. Now, after the death of Baji Rao II, the Peshwaship come to an end. That means Nana Sahib was not accepted as a Peshwa and his territory was also annexed. But why Rani of Jhansi? Rani of Jhansi also did not like the British because she was not allowed to adopt son. You understood it? So here, ill treatment of Nana Sahib, because Nana Sahib was the adopted son of Bajirao II, Peshwa Bajirao II. So he was not accepted as a Peshwa. Peshwa line come to an end after the death of Bajirao II. And Rani of Jhansi, she was not allowed to adopt son. So this was the ill treatment of Nana Sahib and Rani of Jhansi. The next you have annexation of Awadh. Awadh was annexed. Okay, but here you see so many territories were annexed, but what was the speciality of annexation of Awadh? Awadh was annexed under the pretext of misgovernance. हो रहा था नहीं हो रहा था, that was not okay. Under the pretext, you remember this line, under the pretext of misgovernance. Why Awadh was annexed? Under the pretext of misgovernance, Awadh was annexed. So when Awadh was annexed, here what happened? The army was disbanded. Okay. The estates of zamindars and the talukdars were confiscated. So here many people became jobless. Many people, and they lost their means of livelihood, and they put the blame on the British East India Company and wanted to take a revenge. So here Awadh was annexed under the pretext of misgovernance. Army was disbanded. The talukdars, the zamindars' estates were confiscated. So under these circumstances, many people lost their means of livelihood. Okay, so here that's the reason the Awadh people, the Awadh soldiers, our talukdars, our zamindars joined the revolt of 1857. The most important absentee sovereignty of the British. Now what is the meaning of absentee sovereignty of the British? You see, the Mughals, when they started, Mughals were also foreigners only. When the Mughals started ruling over India, they remained in India only. They have shown their governance in India. Okay, there was a direct contact between people and the government. Now here what happened, the British government was not in India. In the case of this, Britain, the Indian felt that they were being ruled from England. The Indian felt that they were being ruled from where? From England. Okay, and India's wealth were being drained to England and utilized for them, not for the welfare of the Indians. This is the absentee of sovereignty. Absentee of sovereignty means here the government was not in India, the government was in Britain. They were ruling from there, draining the wealth, plundering the wealth, draining the wealth from India for their benefit, utilized for their benefit, not for the benefit of the Indians, not for the welfare of the Indians. Okay, so today we completed the core politics. There are some other factors also which I will be sending you in the learning material. So here those other factors you can learn. But these 5 factors are very, very important. These 5 factors are very, very important. Learn it for your examination. It can be asked separately. It can be asked as a political cause or the separate question also. Thank you.